here coming at you today in Clash Mini. I'm not alone. I'm joined by Full Frontage. Full Frontage, welcome to the channel, man. How you doing, dude?
Oh man, pleasure to be here, Ash. Thanks for having me. I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. I wanted to talk about Clash Mini because it's been years since I've covered it here. It feels like this beta has been forever. Has it been 2 years now?
It's approaching 2 years. November 9th will be the 2-year beta anniversary. So
Oh
it's
my
getting
God,
close.
that is a long beta. How's that compare to Brawl Stars? They had a long beta too.
Yeah, Brawl Stars did have a long beta, but Clash Mini, I believe it was last month that just passed the length that Brawl Stars was in beta. So Clash Mini is now the long-standing Supercell beta game that's been out. So it's pretty crazy.
Wow, dude, 2 years of beta. They're definitely going global this thing, right, man?
I would really hope so. And I mean, this last
Come on.
update like really caught a lot of people's eyes.
Well, we're gonna get to the last update and get to what what are the chances that it goes global? What do they need to do? What's the community like in Clash Mini? Because I don't know any of it. But before all that, I want to shout out your channel, man. There's actually several like really high quality. You're one of them, Clash Mini creators. So talk maybe like briefly about like your channel, what you focus on, and overall like the ecosystem and the community of Clash Mini.
Yeah, so the Clash Mini community has really grown over the past year and a half, almost 2 years. My channel specifically, I tend to focus on high quality gameplay and helping new players and mid-ladder players kind of get their hands on the game, figure out what combinations that they can use to up their gameplay, up their skill, and everything like that. So I mainly cover like tips and tricks, best decks, kind of talking about what's good, what's not good. Those are the main things that I do cover on the channel. And then, of course, update information, sneak peeks, all that good stuff.
I love that, and I saw you have a few tier lists. I'm a sucker for a good tier list, my friend. So I'll leave your channel. I'll drop it below for my subscribers to go ahead and check out. Great content there. You've been in the game for years and years and years and years, though. When did you start making content? And what game did you originally start? Was it Clash Royale?
So I actually started. This is way back in the day. Probably some of the OG Clash of Clans players will remember this website. It was called Camcord.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
started streaming Clash of Clans on there. So it actually all started with Clash of Clans. And then a few months later, Clash Royale came out. And I just I ran with Clash Royale. I became a coach in the scene. So I was coaching a lot of the top tier esports players and then the esports teams. And then from there, after Clash Royale kind of started going a little bit of a downward slope back in 2018. That's when Brawl Stars, December 2018 was when Brawl Stars pulled the trigger to go global. So I was like, let me try Brawl Stars for a bit. I was having fun with the game, but it just didn't land the same way. And I wasn't really like having a lot of fun creating Clash Royale content. I wasn't really having a lot of fun creating Brawl Stars content. And I was just like kind of getting down. And I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Because I still really wanted to create content because I love the Supercell communities. And then come April 2021 is when Supercell revealed that they were making 3 new Clash games. And I saw Clash Mini and I was like, this is the game. And I was so excited about it because I was playing a ton of auto battler games. So I messaged Vlad, who's a community manager, and I was like, hey, Clash Mini, like I want in, let's do this. So then once the game finally went into beta, I ran with it. I was like, I have been having a blast playing the game. I've been having a blast covering the game. The community is awesome. Other creators within the community are awesome. So that's kind of really how it started in the short of it. But yeah, I've been covering Supercell games since 2015.
Well, I love it, man. And again, I'll link your channel for those of you who want to go ahead and follow Full Frontage and get all the Clash Mini updates. Also, you mentioned Vlad, dude. He's a really good dude. Like, you guys got a great community manager over there in Clash Mini. He goes back to, I believe he used to work for PUBG Mobile. I could be wrong there, but like way back in the day. So, man, a lot of crossover there, like an OG in the scene. Really good guy. So that's cool too. And what was I going to mention? Oh, also, I should mention, no one cares, but you also work at the same company as me. You work for AMG as a community manager, a project manager for Undawn, right?
Yes.
Cool. It's another cool game, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But another cool game you guys can check out that's released. Anyway, what I want to do is get into like, what is your percentages that Clash Mini will be? I'm just going to hit you, man. What's the percentages that Clash Mini will be released this year? according to full frontage
This year,
this year.
man, this year I'm gonna put it at a 75%.
Ooh,
This year.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I think there's a really good chance that this is the year they do it. This past update really hit the nail on the head. It caught a lot of people's attention. I mean, even the views for all the Clash Mini creators and the engagement of the Clash Mini creators kind of say it all. Like, not to toot my own horn here, but like I've grown nearly 1,000 subscribers in the past 2 months.
Dude, it's
Just
insane, man.
and that's solely just based on like like people catching like Clash Mini just catching the eye of so many people. So
yeah, dude,
it's going really well so far.
No, I love that, man. And some of my favorite OGs in the Clash and other Supercell titles cover the game too. Like Enchantin, Spooby, Abdot has really good content as well. Any others that I'm forgetting out there that deserve a shout out? Not to put you on the spot.
Shui Ming,
Shui, he's really good. Yep,
Elijah, Flacco. There's so many great creators within the Clash Mini space, and a lot of them started their channels within Clash Mini too, which is awesome.
That is super, super cool to see. Yeah, a lot, and they're all high quality, man. That's crazy. Like the quality bar right now is insane. Anyway, I put it at, I have absolutely no inside knowledge, and I'm super uneducated when it comes to Clash Mini, but I put it at 95% chance, okay? It means nothing, but I have like,
Ooh.
I saw that smile on your face when I asked what the chances are. I think you have inside info, full frontage. So I'm gonna go 95% chance.
I wish I
did. Anyway, talk to me about this last update, dude, because back in my day, we could actually play the minis like they moved and stuff in the game. It seems like the entire gameplay has been absolutely revamped. I barely even recognize the game. So, man, I mean, I don't even know where to start, what to ask here, right? But we have no movement and 11 new magic tiles.
Yep.
We have a brand new and replaceable trophy road, new troops, Grand Warden going live. We got new skins, emotes, avatars, events, replays, luck and crystal boxes, hero shards, and more. I don't know where you want to start to, but break it down for me. Like, what has changed fundamentally about the gameplay? Why don't we start there, right?
Yeah, the biggest key thing, like you mentioned, the no movement system. One of the biggest complaints that a lot of people were having within the game was kind of like the RNG aspect of the game, and that it felt too random. Like people couldn't really it wasn't really skill based, right? Because in the sense, like when you look at the game now compared to what it was, like it seems like if you see movement in the game, you think it's a lot worse now because there's so much strategy and skill behind a no movement system, a lot more than you would actually think. Because when we were first told that the update was going to have no movement, I was extremely skeptical about it because this was after Squad Busters had come out, where it was like a lot of people were complaining that there was a lack of interactivity within the game. And I was really concerned that this no movement would bring that sense of lack of interactivity, and it would kind of push people away from the game and not get people as excited, because it's like once they're down, you can't change it. Like you can't adapt. Like if you make a mistake, you're pretty much done for the rest of the match. But realistically, what it did was it actually increased the knowledge cap and skill cap of the game, because you just need to know how pretty much everything works in the game in order to win. So even if you make a mistake, you can correct it just based on the placement of your other minis. And understanding troop pathing is super important. Understanding all of the abilities that every mini and hero has in the game is super important. And I think this was a huge step in the right direction. Like obviously there are still things lacking within the game in terms of depth, but I mean, this no movement system really just kind of knocked it out of the park. And I think it actually surprised a lot of the current Clash Mini community, because before the update even dropped, 60% of the Clash Mini community, based on like polls on like Twitter, Reddit, Discord, on the official ones and all that, 60% thought that the update was going to be terrible for the game. And then about 2 weeks after the update, that changed from 60% thinking it would be bad to 85% loving the update.
Wow.
So that is a huge swing in terms of community sentiment, which kind of drives home the point that this update really did it for Clash Mini.
Bro, on the internet, to get 85% of people to agree on anything is like unheard of. So hats off. Jesus, man, that's crazy. Especially a video game, right? Okay, so right. I'm just gonna be totally real with you. I have re-downloaded the game, right? When I messaged you asking for you to come on the channel, obviously I'm interested in the game, but I have to be honest too. I have not played, right? So that since the update, right?
Right.
So break it down for someone who's never played Clash Mini, you know, or the new Clash Mini. What are you actually doing now? You know, like just break down the fundamentals in, you know, a high level.
Yeah, so basically you create a deck. I think the correct terminology is team, but everybody just calls it decks. So you
Sure.
create a deck, and it contains one hero and 5 minis. That's the current situation. So basically there are 3 different kinds of minis. There's 2-cost minis, 3-cost minis, and 4-cost minis. When you load up into a game, the first round you start with, you have 6 elixir. So you have 6 elixir to place units down. You automatically get your hero on the board. And then if you lose a round, you actually gain 9 elixir. If you win a round, you gain 6 elixir. So there is a little bit like of a comeback mechanic within
Oh,
the
okay.
game, that kind of incentivizes players to like, hey, don't give up yet. Like you have more elixir than your opponent. Like keep
It wasn't
trying.
that way
But
back in the
obviously by
day,
the end,
right?
no, it
Okay,
was
cool.
6 across the board.
Yep.
It's not the most perfect system because it does force a lot of like round 5s, which kind of extends the games. And some people aren't thrilled about it, but like I really do enjoy that comeback mechanic. Like, could it be improved? Sure, but like for what it is right now, I think it helps kind of new players learn that like the ability to come back within a match. So I think it's a really good tool for like the ladder mode that we have in the game right now. And so that's kind of like the gist of it. Once you place a mini down, or once you place your hero, you lock in that placement in that first round. You can't move that unit anymore. There is one exception, one hero called Natureborn. It actually has 2 forms. One is a ranged form and one is a melee form. That is the
Natureborn?
only hero that you're actually, yes,
I like the name. I like the
it's
name.
completely new to the Clash universe.
That is super cool. That
And
is
it's the
okay.
only, yeah,
It's Ric
it's
Flair
the
going
only
on.
hero in the game that, yeah, right. It's the only hero in the game that can move. So basically, once you lock that in the first round, you can actually move it in later rounds because of its unique ability where it's both melee and range.
That is super cool. Okay. Okay, so how many heroes are there? Back in my day, there was 4. How many are there now?
There are one is going to be released in September, but once that gets released, there will be 11 heroes within the game.
Oh, okay. Who's the best hero in the game?
Right now,
Yeah.
it's a toss up. So the other thing that was introduced into core gameplay was magic tiles. Like you said, there's 11 new tiles within the game, and this is the really cool part: is depending on the tile. So tiles shift every 24 hours. Depending on the tile, will actually depend on what the best hero is. So there are heroes that are like really good in the game, just like across any tile, but there are some heroes that synergize really well with whatever current tiles in the game.
Okay.
So generally speaking, I would say the best hero is probably either Natureborn or Wave Master. But some
Wave
days it could be
Master.
Archer Queen. Some days, yeah,
Okay,
some
all
days
right,
it
I
could be
like this.
Barbarian King. Some days it
Okay.
could be Skeleton King. It could be World Champion. Like, so honestly, depending on the tile, will determine which hero is like best for that day. But generally speaking, right now it's probably Natureborn or Wave Master.
Okay, okay. I wanna refer people to your recent tier list that we're actually watching in the background right now. You can see some of the rankings right now because the first thing that I always want as a new player is I don't want to like be wasting in my resources or whatever, my focus or time or attention learning heroes,
Yeah.
even though they always do balance changes and stuff, but learning either heroes or minis that aren't that good. So maybe a couple
Mhm.
like brand new player recommendations, like what type of minis should they be looking out for? What minis are all around decent that you would invest in the early game?
Yeah, so we actually just had a balance change not even a week ago.
Okay.
So some of the meta has shifted a little bit. So Royal Ghost used to be insanely like Royal Ghost was broken. It was
Yeah.
probably the most broken a mini has
I
been
saw every creator
in the
making
game since
a
its
Royal
release.
Ghost is broken video. So yeah. Okay. So he got
Yeah.
nerfed?
So that did get nerfed. And then pretty much everything like that was really the most severe nerf. Everything else is still really good. Magic Archer is a really good unit to have. It's a 4-cost unit. P.E.K.K.A is extremely good right now. Bandit paired with Wave Master is really good right now. So the interesting thing about this as well is certain minis have good synergies with heroes. So
Okay.
Wave Master has this ability where it tosses whatever unit is directly behind it to the opponent's side of the board, grants them a shield, and grants them energy to cast their super. So with Bandit right now, Bandit has a super where she'll dash away to the furthest enemy while absorbing energy in her unit's path. So Bandit paired with Wave Master is the best synergy you could possibly get with a hero mini synergy in the current meta. But then you also have things like Archer, where when Archer gets an attack buff, she actually increases her attack speed. So she pairs extremely well with Natureborn in her melee form. She pairs really well with Barbarian King with his super because he buffs the attack. So there are different abilities that each mini has that pairs well with other minis or with certain heroes. So those are going to be important things that new players will need to keep an eye on, is like learning all of those minis abilities, learning all the heroes abilities, and seeing which pairs well with each other and how to get the best synergy that you possibly can to increase your chances of winning.
2 final questions for you, Full Frontage. Number 1 is there a good website for tier lists or stats or any of that stuff? Is there a website you'd recommend for Clash Mini right now or no?
One of the best ones is nof.gg. So basically it has a post of lists of top tier decks. Creators, community members can submit decks that they have success with. And one of the cool things specifically about Nof, especially with this no movement system, is when you're creating a like deck submission, you can actually put your recommended placement for heroes and minis. So it'll pull up like a little board when you click on that deck list, and it'll show like, this is where you should put your hero. Here's where you should put your minis. And these are the most optimal placements. And you can actually put that in different hero matchups. So like if you're playing versus Wave Master, here's the positioning you want with your squad. If you're playing against Archer Queen, here's the positioning you want. And you can set it for each specific hero matchup, which is super cool. So they're still working things out, but I think the technology behind it and like the information that it provides is going to be super helpful, especially on global launch for a lot of new players.
And that was NOF? NOF?
NOFF. NOF. Yeah.
What?
.gg.
.gg. NOFF.gg. Okay, sounds good. Last question for you. The one that everybody's probably asked in their heads at this point, at least I have, is tell me a little bit about the monetization of Clash Mini. Yeah, like, you know, like any general thoughts? Does the community generally think it's fair? Is it super pay to win? Like tell me a little bit about the monetization aspect.
So I laughed a little bit and I'll explain why, but for like the pay to win aspect, it is by far the most free to play friendly game that Supercell has ever put out. Wow. You can completely max out your account in a month and a half.
Ooh, they're gonna have to fix that before it goes global.
Well, so here's the thing about that. So here's why I laughed. So I think the Clash Mini team, they've kind of openly said this in like their stage channels as well, is that the team wants to try to go for more free to play progression and have more monetization focused on the cosmetic aspect of the game.
I love that.
So right now, so one of the most expensive like bundles in the game right now. So it comes with the new hero. So this is just the past 2 bundles that it's been. It's been a new hero. It's been a new skin for the hero. It's been an emote, an avatar, and some extra shards to be able to level up the hero. So that bundle is $40, 40 US dollars. So it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying like that's so much money. Like people don't want to spend that kind of money on a cosmetic and everything like that. And I agree like that. Yeah. So it's like, it's not like essential for you to like be able to like win your matches or anything. So I'm in the boat of like, I would rather pay a little bit more, pay an upcharge on cosmetics than have the game be pay to win, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Because you want to be able to have as many people access like the top of the leaderboard and like just have the ability to just not have to worry about being under leveled and not worry about losing because your opponent's a higher level than you. So I'd rather pay a little bit more for cosmetics if it means the game's free to play.
Oh, 100%, man. Like, dude, I'm being a little hyperbolic here, but $100 for a skin, I don't care what they charge, as long as it's not that competitive advantage, you know? Like, if it's cosmetic based, then be my guest. Gouge all you want, you know? Because who cares? So that's really good news, man. That's really good news. I like that.
Yeah, I love the fact that they're taking that approach to it, too.
Yes. All right, dude. Well, hey, man. Hopefully we are both right. 75 and 95% chances this game gets released this year. I'm really excited to see what kind of content you, the other amazing creators, put out for this game and the road that they continue to take in terms of the development of the strategic side of the game. We'll definitely would love to have you back on, maybe when it goes global or maybe even sooner.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to come back on whenever.
Sounds great. Full of Frontage, thank you so much for your time, guys. Again, go ahead and give my man a little bit of support. He and the other creators that we mentioned, all their channel links will be in the show notes below, along with the Twitter and the official Clash Mini social media and YouTube channel as well. So you can go ahead and keep up to date with this game. Where's it going? Is it going global? Is it going to be killed? Time will tell. Thanks for watching. And as always, take care, guys.